Oh no, I died. All right. How is everyone doing? Is my mic on? Potato talk, please, so I know the thing is doing because I'm not hearing anything right now. Oh no, Potato's not here. I'm up by myself. Anyway, how's everyone doing tonight? We are doing raids tonight. I am currently doing the blind well and dying a lot because I'm not paying attention. Woo, fun times. Yeah. So I hope the stream isn't too terrible laggy. It looks like on YouTube it's fine, but Twitch is being a little laggy at the moment, and I do apologize for that. Still not quite sure how to fix the difference between the two, but that's something I will be looking into. Because I haven't really found anything yet, but I'm also new to this, so if anybody knows anything, please, by all means, tell me how to do better. So, anyway, we got 2 raids on the docket. We're going to be doing Crota. Although Crota is not one of the featured raids this week, I need 2 weapons, 2 Oversoul Edicts, and I'll have all of the weapons crafted. And so I'm being selfish. We're going to run Crota because I want to run Crota. And then we're going to be hitting Last Wish, which is a featured raid. And then later this week we'll be hitting some more stuff. So, da 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 da. Woo. Okay. Alright, why is Lumia not popping up? I'm not getting any standard stuff. Lumia, I'm gonna restart you. Yes, we're quitting. We're restarting. Because I have chats in here from earlier that should be popping up, but apparently not. Okay. Apologies, guys. Give me a second. Yeah. Alright, so YouTube just popped in. Wow. Okay, let me throw up a quick test. I'll mix it up. There we go. Okay, we are good. I can now see it on my screen. Cool. Alright, we'll go ahead and delete that. I don't want to hear myself! Oh no. Uh-oh. I hear myself and I don't like it. Alright, there we go. We're good now. Where's OBS? There it is. Alright. Why do you keep popping back over here? Stay over there. Alright. We are good to go now. I think everything's set and ready and good and doing all the things. Ah. Why are you in here? Go away. You know what? Let's bring these over here to this side so I'm not constantly swapping back and forth between them. Actually, put you there, and we'll put you right there, and then let's slide OBS. Why did you move over here, OBS? I'm gonna die. It's okay. Back over here. Alright. It's being finicky. I wanted this to have my chat on there, and it's not. Why is my chat? Oh, because it's moved over, that's why. We'll put you over here. There we go. And now we're all set. I know. In the middle of everything. Whoop. Alright. Alright. It's not too far behind. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Do 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 do. Whee! Where's this last well at? Over here. Boop! Woo! Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Have I? I have. Okay, cool. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright. You know, I like the blind well. It is a fun activity I enjoy doing. It's just kind of mindless. I get to kill shit, do things, and it's got a sword that I want, so. Do. Ah! Why you gotta be rude, dog? Can't you see I'm standing here trying to do things? Things I probably shouldn't be doing while here, but you know what? I'm trying to do things. Yoink! Alright. Da-da-da-da-da. Nope, I need a thing, I've got a thing. Alright. Ah! What do I have a sword on? Give me that. It's void. Alright, you know what? Screw it, give me that. That. Okay, shields down. Boop. No, I need to slide. Ow. Alright, give me that. You can have one of those. You're gone. Alright. Ah! Ow. Do. Alright. There. Excuse me, sir. I need that. Thank you. Is he dead? He's not dead. Cool. Oh, hey. You guys are quite necessary at the moment. Alright, you dead. Is there any heavy anywhere around here? There is a little bit of heavy. Alright. Oh, it's this guy. Ooh, I don't remember what to do here. Yeah, you're immune. Shoot. I forgot. It's been a hot minute since I've done this. Oh, I remember. The screams have to go blow them up. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Where are the screams? Where are the screams? Give me screams. Ah, that hurt. The screams are supposed to blow up on him, not me. Alright, there we go. Hi, buddy. Or not. That's cool. I'll take it. Alright, one's down. Let me get you, buddy. Woof you, doo doo. I'm sorry, were those screams just standing up? That was weird. Boop! Ow. And we win! Neither. I got 2 sleepless. Don't want you. Don't want you. No. 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 Alright. No, 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 no. Let's get rid of these. While we're waiting for the well to recharge so I can put another thing in it. Get rid of some shit. Alright. Clear the armor out. Alright. Let's pop one of these in here. And start it again.
Primary well is at max power.
Okay, I'm gonna die. Sorry, just checking. Make sure everything is still good. Running smoothly. Everything appears to be running smoothly. Ah! Alright, we're back on screen. You know, I like this Chroma Rush that I got. It's a nice Chroma Rush. Hello, Scream. Goodbye, Scream. Alright. Moving. Cool. God damn it. Need another one of these guys to spawn. Hey, buddy. Give me that. Hey, buddy. Alright. You can die. You go away. Alright, we're moving. Where we're moving to, I don't know yet. Up here. Whoop. Do. Go away. Go away. Go away. Lots of ice. Ooh, almost out of ammo for that. No, sir, you don't get to play. You don't get to play. Give me that. Hey, buddy. Go away. Thank you. Give me that. Oh, you're rude. That was just uncalled for, sir. Where the hell did my grenade go? My grenade just disappeared. Cool. Do that. I dislike how inconsistent these things are, though. Do 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 do. Need that. Ow. Screeps. Here we go.
We got a lot of radiation all of a sudden.
All right.
I'm back.
You back, Potato? You good, dog? You just up and disappeared.
I had to take care of something because may not have to go to the annoying person's place, but still had to move fucking real wood furniture.
Ooh, that shit's heavy.
heavy.
Yeah, I feel you, dog.
And then slabs of goddamn why do they have slabs of marble? That marble that they moved.
Because they're fancy, I guess? I don't know.
Fancy schmancy. Yeah.
Marble is also
Like
heavy,
the
so...
rest of it. Yeah, it wasn't as heavy as the piece of furniture, but that day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm back, and
Good.
nothing from day inventory yet.
Well, we may be 5-man up without him.
My bad is that they're still asleep. I know that's fucky past few days. More so than usual. Especially days. But that's what's up.
Shit, nope. I need that heavy. I need that heavy.
What you doing right there?
Blindwell.
Ah, fair enough.
Go away, Screams. I don't want you.
Huh. Oh no.
What's up? You coming?
No one climbed first.
Do what? Oh, no one claimed first. You
No
don't.
one
That's fair.
claimed
That's fair. That's fair. Well, you have now claimed first.
You get fucked. To whomever it may concern.
I got a waking vigil, but I don't need. All right. Yeah, I made stuffed bell peppers for dinner. Ah, this thing turned out so good.
Oh,
Oh yeah. You've been first 12 times, potato.
there. I do what I can.
Hope we
All right, starting to the tier 3.
I'll join, but a moment. Got a few more things, some things to take care of, like eating food.
You know, food is always good.
But a moment. It's time. Morning. It's time.
You know, what does Tiger Spite? Well, you know, I can't even augment Tiger Spite. I don't know why I care at this point. If I can't enhance it, I don't need it. It's things I thought I'd never say. Da 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 da. Shoot with my gun. Shoot with my gun. Watch. Alright. Oops. Very delayed reaction. Boop. Wee. That didn't go where I wanted it to. No, don't be rude. Yoink! Da 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 da. Ah! Trees. Yeah, the fact that one grenade almost completely fills up my darkness gauge is dumb. Like, I'm not complaining at all. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Fucking screams. Alright. Give me one of those. I cannot come out and play. Da 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 da. Oh, we're moving. We're moving. Yeah, I do have void weapon surges on. Okay, we're good. I gotta reload all my weapons all the time. Oh no! I'm back. Bonk. Oh, I need you, sir. Weird, but it worked out. What the hell? I hate these things sometimes. Ooh, that's heavy. I need heavy. Oh, I hear a Potat coming back.
Yeah, I'm alive once more.
What you got to eat for dinner tonight, dog?
Burgers.
Burgers? Homemade burgers?
Yep.
Nice. What goes into your homemade burgers? I'm curious.
Well,
Or
no,
do
it's
you-
not me that makes them.
Okay, but you haven't learned how to make these burgers yourself yet?
Oh.
Why not?
Also, I think I just processed. Actually, no, they're not homemade. They're just kind of store bought. Then we cook them. That's my bad.
Okay.
I, for some reason, misinterpreted. I don't know how.
They are made at home, but they're store bought shaped patties. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that.
There's nothing wrong with
Some
that.
cheese. Yeah, just put some cheese, some mustard, ketchup. Simple but effective.
Do you put no veggies, no onions, tomatoes?
I mean, if I had lettuce, maybe, but no tomatoes. No. Absolutely fucking hate tomatoes.
Really?
Like, just
Interesting.
slices tomatoes. Like, just a raw slice of tomato, nasty.
Weird.
Yeah, I've never liked it. Never been-
I mean, it's fair, but I mean, but you'll eat ketchup, but you won't eat tomatoes. That's weird.
I don't know, ketchup different. You know, it's a difference. But
I
this
mean,
one,
sure, but not really.
it's like, I will say, I would try a cooked tomato if I ever had a chance. I haven't had a chance.
You know what you need? Get a tomato, right? Slice a tomato. Put just a bare bit of oil in the pan, just a little bit, and then just sear it on both sides. Put some salt on it and try that. But it's got to be like charred on both sides, not just like slightly warm. No, you got to char. You got to char the thing. You can get some flavor in that.
Yeah, it's like well, it's like. But I'm willing to try it. I am. I joined just in time for
You joined. Screams! Alright, yeah, you joined just in time. I have not gotten a single, that's such a... What kid else can roll on Twilight Oath? That's such a weird roll. It's got heel clip precision instrument. What else can it roll with? Envious Assassin precision. It's not a bad roll. It's not a bad roll. I mean, I'm going to be shooting for the Trials one, but it's not a terrible roll. You can roll with some good things. All right.
There we go.
Okay. Well, yeah, I made me some stuffed bell peppers. Fantastic. Fantastic. You ever had stuffed bell peppers? You cut it.
I have.
You can't. Oh, dog. Stuffed bell peppers. Do you like bell peppers?
Yeah, I've had stuff with bell peppers in it.
No, but you've not had stuff. So here's what you do. You take the bell peppers and you slice the tops off and you stuff it with stuff. Typically, it's a combination of meat, rice, and vegetables. I do an Italian sausage. So I dice an onion. I cook that down. I try the onions just a tad. Then you add the sausage in. You cook the sausage. Mix all that up. You add in rice to that mixture, along with a sauce that I make. Usually it's just like a tomato sauce. Just something a little different with this one's tonight. With the sauce, I added lemon juice, brown sugar, and some balsamic vinegar to it. Turned out really well. You mix this, a good bunch of that in the sauce, within the rice mixture, the meat and rice, and then you add in some cheese, whatever cheese you want. I like to do a nice mix of like Parmesan and mozzarella. You know, it melts really well. It's got a good bit of saltiness in it. It's a good mixture. Mix a bunch of that in. You stuff the bell peppers. Then you put extra cheese on top. Then you pop them suckers into in a pan or like a cooking dish that can stand up, and you put a little bit of water and cover it tinfoil so it steams everything. Then when it's all said and done, you take it off, let it cook for about 20 more minutes so that the cheese gets nice and brown on top. Pull it out and enjoy.
That sounds hella good.
It's so good, and I made a bunch.
Ooh.
So I have plenty.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. What time is it? It's 6:40. We still have 2 whole hours, so before we actually start raiding. So, what do we want to run? Do we want to just? I imagine we're not going to run this for 2 hours.
Hey, you never know.
That's fair. You never know. However, no.
It would be. Oh, yeah.
I mean, we could probably go ahead and snag chests. Watch. We're going to do Crota. I'm going to get 2 red border oversouls from that first chest, and then we're just going to not do Crota. We'll do. If that happens, I will absolutely not do Crota. That's something that I need those 2 red borders.
That's fair. So then it would be Last Wish and then maybe Vow?
Last
Or
wish.
just
Oh,
Last Wish?
last wish. Oh no, last wish and vow easy. We can get through last wish pretty easily. Everyone that's raiding has done it before, so. Nothing new. And if we can get through it fast enough, we could probably squeeze in a garden run.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Opposed.
I know Dev's wanting to do Last Wish for Riven, so. Not Riven, 1K. He wants to do. He's wanting to get 1K.
That is fair.
You know, if you know what? Because I also told Devontae we'd be doing a Last Wish or a Vow on Thursday. Because he's not going to be here tonight. And I know he really wants to do Vow. He really likes Vow. So we may just go ahead and keep Vow on Thursday, and maybe we just do a garden run or two tonight after, you know, assuming I get the 2 weapons. We're making plans for shit that might not happen.
Making plans for the extremely unlikely.
Yeah. I guess we can go ahead and run those things while we finish this run and then come back.
Yeah.
You? Alright, so that question, what are we thinking is going to be the main? I want to speculate about the dungeon for a hot minute.
Alright, I'm game.
Yeah, so it's going to be inside Rolk's pyramid ship. I'm anticipating having to use some of the Vow callouts. Some of the Vow symbols are going to be there, at the very least. At the very least.
I would not be surprised.
Oh shit, we're already done. We're already here to this point.
Yeah.
We moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bink!
You know, I just thought something. Jesus. It's a single scoring grenade on me.
Oh, those motherfuckers hurt.
My day be so fine with scoring grenade.
Oops, or grenade. Yep. I'm gonna move the rest of my. I still got my. You know, while you guys are fighting, I'm gonna cut up my bell peppers so I can eat everything in bite-sized chunks. Hopefully, that doesn't just leave me to orbit.
And there we go. Back up on your feet.
Oh shit! God damn it, potato! I'm trying to eat.
It's just so you don't get kicked.
Absolutely what it was. Not like I couldn't rejoin.
So you don't miss move. God damn, this is like 10 times harder than to take it.
Oh yeah, no, the all of the scorn shit. The take it is the absolutely the easiest one. There's one more. And I don't have harmony. Go away.
Time for unstable weapon.
You got it?
I'm registering energy disturbances.
These are the screen guys.
That's one down. And that's 2 down. Alright. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Give me something decent. Ooh, a rapid hit dragonfly vouchsafe. Interesting.
Waking visual with shoot to loot kill.
It's not a terrible roll. All things considered.
Oh.
It's a roll, indeed. Indeed, it is a roll. It did roll. Alright. Well, I guess we go. Let me message Debub. Debub. V-Dub. Let them know we're going to hit some of the raid chests while waiting. Hear me. Also shoot him an invite. Oops, wrong one. Let's see. Somebody, who is this? They joined the server and then messaged me. Yeah. Okay. Alright, where do we want to start? We want to start with Vow. We want to start with. Let's start with. Let's get Crota out of the way. Crota's the one that takes the longest. Yeah. Oh, wow. That sure not so good. I'm trying to figure out who the boss would be. I mean, it's going to end up being somebody we don't know, more than likely, but could be somebody we do know. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no. Potato has muted himself once again. So now I'm just talking to myself. Woo! Love it. I died. Oh no. Do 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 do. I guess we'll just kill shit until he gets here. Pleasure of you to. He'll be here momentarily. Sweet. Boop, 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 boop. Excuse you. Kill you, kill you, kill you, kill you. Such riveting content, killing thralls. It's the best content ever. Oh, because Potato is muted and not present. You know what? You know he gets. Yep, go away for a second and try to do something. Go away. Go that way.
God damn it, I'm sorry about that.
I almost had you there too.
People keep fucking calling me away. And I don't get a chance to say BRB. Apologies.
Oh, you're good, you're good. I have heard a few voices more than normal.
Alright, take it. Now then, my little strap.
The best strats.
Yeah, just process. How's it looking?
Take it. Alright. Da 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 da. Vito did say he was on his way, but he said he would be a minute. So, I think he's doing something in Pale Heart. So,
Fair enough.
fair enough. Oh, shit. Almost tipped my plate over. I need meager edge. Please come here. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. I'm booking it.
The Cat of Triumph fails. Gotta restart.
Hey, win.
Nice.
Nope. As a mark.
Don't get very good.
Alright, change the characters. We'll swap out, and then as soon as I get in, you can swap in. I'll switch this over to that just because I'm lazy.
That's fair.
We put on Strand.
Hey, we done.
What's going on?
What's up? We're cycling through Crota Chest right now if you want to hop in.
Yeah, loading in.
And then he was eating burgers, and I made stuffed bell peppers for dinner.
Well, good.
It turned out really well. So I tried a little bit different recipe, and worked out really well. Oh, you're going to swap potato.
Yep.
Well, I don't need this knife anymore. Set you to the side, and then just consume with the fork. So, Vita, did you catch the live stream today?
Oh yeah. Right, I sent you guys that Star Wars thing.
Oh yeah, you did. You're right. Yeah. You did, dog. I don't know what's going on today. Yeah. So, what are your general thoughts on the whole thing?
I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm definitely gonna blow all that money on the Star Wars cosmetics.
Uh-huh.
As far as everything else,
Yeah.
I am very skeptical just because I see it like the way they presented this season and the last season with the Vex season, like this was supposed to be very spooky,
And it wasn't. Yeah.
Super spooky season.
And it just wasn't. Yeah. And it just wasn't.
And it was not that,
No.
not even close.
No.
They presented the Vex one, the Myers and the rest one. Also, same thing. Very, exploration. So many questions are going to be answered, and the only answer that I really got was Maya be a crazy bitch.
Is she crazy? Yes. Can confirm she is. Yeah. No. I feel you on that. As far as the story beats and the presentation, I definitely can I can understand that 100%.
Yeah, and the thing is, even all the activities they presented them really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was so excited for the episodes, right? Because they told us episodes are going to be so much better than seasons. That was their whole spiel. It was episodes.
They're just seasons, but longer.
Blow episode. It's gonna blow seasons out of the water, and it's literally just a season, but then with more time gating.
Yeah.
Even this season that they're everything's available day one.
But it really wasn't.
It wasn't, because then you're waiting. And then I think them making everything available day one was the worst thing they could have done. Because it showcased one very serious flaw about
There's
them.
not a whole lot there.
And that is that hey, turns out you guys only give us about an hour worth of content on a whole episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's not a good look. and it's like back then maybe we didn't notice.
When we get it all at one time,
but-
yeah, we notice.
We were all able to tell.
Yeah, it just there wasn't a whole lot there. So no, those are all very very valid points and points that I do agree with. Now, as far as like, I think there are adept weapons in the patrol zone. That's a little
I
weird.
thought was awesome.
It's a little weird. I'm not weird bad, but it's just very unexpected. But I'm down for it.
I thought it was awesome for the fact that if they're still sticking with us not having craftable weapons, I like it because I'm not gonna lie, I like crafted weapons as a working adult. But I did miss the replayability of like I'm hunting for a weapon, right?
Yeah.
Now the tonic system came out and it's a shit show. Like I'm dealing with it, I'm like, man, like I ran Priestess of Elders, I ran Onslaught, and I'm still don't have any of the little flakes. I'm like, what the hell? So they made the tonic system such a convoluted mess.
Yeah, the tonics.
And then,
yeah. And then you wouldn't even get the if you did get to focus one, you would never get the one you were trying to focus anyway. Like it wasn't guaranteed, which is weird.
And you know what's sad is like remember that was it Into the Light that that event
They
with,
could have
like,
they
Onslaught
could
and
have
the
just
Golden-
done that. They could have just done that.
But here's the thing, and to me this is kind of like what I thought was a little funny was even with that they showcase that. Because I don't know if you guys ran it or whatever.
Onslaught, yeah,
But
we ran a ton of Onslaught.
Were you getting the shinies that you were looking for?
Yeah, I got all of them.
Like because I remember I was like I got all of them, but I put like Hammerhead, right? And I was like, all right, I'm focusing on Hammerhead, and then I would complete like a 50 wave Onslaught, and then I'd get like 3 Hammerheads and a bunch of useless shit. And I'm like, what the hell? So now I think the last change they made to tonics was like, hey, you're guaranteed 1
Yeah, well,
at the end of the tonic.
and I will say this. Since they made the changes to the tonics, and I've been using specifically like the legendary ones, like I've been getting a lot of them to drop. Like bittersweet. I was hunting for a bittersweet, and while I was hunting for it, I was using the tonic, and I was getting, and granted, I was Potato. I can't join the fire team.
I swapped characters before. You rejoined. I was zoned out listening to the conversation.
God damn it, Potato.
Yeah.
All right, let me
join it back on my warlock. I got you.
Okay, that's fair.
Right,
so with the tonics,
I was crafting a weapon.
I got. Is that I didn't start using the tonics until after the changes, other than specific ones that weren't related to weapon drops or armor. Any of the drops they weren't really a consideration. So once I started using the tonics, I knew that there was an issue beforehand, but I never really interacted with it, so I didn't get to feel it. And so when I did start using it, it was after the changes, and it worked very well. Like, I was getting 4 or 5 to drop in an activity, and so I was getting a good amount of them.
So that's good. So I remember like also running the dungeon when we were doing day 1 dungeon. I used the tonic that helped with the grenade launchers. Like, hey, shooting this. And so I thought the combat aspect of it was so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I get to custom craft like a real RPG. All these like potions that enhance endurance, enhance this. Now, I love that aspect of like the RPG value that Destiny could have added to it.
Yeah.
Obviously, they tried. I think they missed the mark by trying to tie the specific tonics into the seasonal artifact.
Yeah.
Because once the season's over, all those tonics are useless.
They're
a lot of them.
A lot of them will be useless. The one that I use actually isn't the effect I use it for isn't actually tied to the seasonal artifact. It's the one that increases shatter damage.
Yeah.
I use it
And
I use it specifically for the second encounter in the dungeon, just for that. because it just makes it easier. But a lot of them will become more useless because a lot of them are tied to the seasonal, and so I do agree with you that they kind of missed the mark on that.
And then but I said, so like other than all that, I'm like I'm hoping they really have learned their lessons as far as like hey, don't convolute the system, don't fuck it up, test your shit before you release it. Now as far as the activity,
Yeah.
I loved the whole like, hey, you have to spec into a healer. You're gonna have like, you could be a glass cannon, like you gotta spec into it, like you're gonna select modifiers or whatever. So I'm like, all right, that sounds cool. That's, again, to me, that's more Elder Scrolls. That's more like assigning roles, that sort of stuff, which is my jam. Loved it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it works. I'm hesitantly skeptical because they did, because I went back, because I missed that portion of it, but I went back and watched, and they said that they were going to be making some tunings to the healing.
Did the guy getting shot with a healing gun and his health barely moved?
I wasn't paying attention to that part, but yeah, that's, I mean, as long as the healing is enough, because here's the thing, like as a Titan main running knockout,
like go if you, so they said they're gonna adjust all our healing, which I'm like, oh shit,
hold on, my headset just
now.
God, I keep forgetting to plug this thing in. I'm absolutely terrible about that. Where's the thing? All right. All right, I'm back. So anyway, yeah. So I'll go back and look at it. I'm just concerned with it's not being enough for like Titans who can just kill it's gonna have to be significant.
So if you notice in the whole video, they never popped the rift. The guy never popped the rift.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't throw speaker side, anything like that. But they have a section where, when they're talking about healing and they're in the deep level of the dreadnought, one of the guys starts shooting the other guy, the guy that the POV that we have, he's getting shot at, and he's missing a big chunk of health, and this dude shoots him for a good couple seconds.
Well, and I get that, and I understand that. Like I understand that concept. Like they're gonna reduce it. I just hope it's enough to make it worth the impact.
No, yeah. Well, so then I looked at his health bar, and I'm like, that bitch didn't even move. Where the point of view that we had then instead went around, shot a vase, and then collected a health orb.
Mm-hmm.
And so they panned away from that real quick, so I don't know if they were like, oh shit, like it's healing's back. And again, that could have been it. Because they just kind of abruptly stopped, and even the guy that was talking about it kind of made a face where like, oh shit, like this looks bad.
Yeah.
Because like you see the health bar, and the guy's getting shot with a healing gun, and it's like the health bar's not moving.
Yeah, it could have been a glitch. It could have been something. So, or they may just have like massively tuned it so that you have to rely on the intrinsic healing, which is fine. My skeptical, I'm skeptical about it because they tried to do that in the past, and things like knockout, things that are going to heal us naturally,
restoration.
It just overpowered it. So we can move. Potato's gonna hold this.
Like the other one was like I wasn't happy when they like got rid of like the way they nerfed Devour. We're like, oh yeah, it no longer gives you the full benefit unless you're a warlock with this aspect. Like you gotta spec it, and I was like, man, like why would you fuck Devour up?
Yeah, I mean it's still useful. I still use it, but it definitely why are you messing with a good system? Change other things about the game to make it adjust. Don't mess with the power fantasy. So, now I got an Oversoul Elite, but not a Red Boar. Alright. So I'm not against the concept of reducing the healing, all those things. It makes it interesting. It's a different change in it. It needs to be enough, or it's not going to feel difficult enough. But it can't be too much, or it's going to feel like the only way to take care of those things is by only using it. So it makes those that have kitted out for healing to basically be worthless. And that's going to come into the whole, hey, you said we could spec for healing, but it doesn't do shit anyways, so we might as well not spec into it at all.
Yeah, like I wanna have fun with it. Like I don't want it to be because again, I luckily I play with you guys. I also have Star and Trout.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
But let's say you're like LFGing into that activity. I don't know if you guys have LFG'd Onslaught. It's absolutely fucking horrible.
It's
But
bad.
it's Onslaught.
It's bad.
And so can you imagine like they said, hey, we're gonna make it easy for like first, you know, single players to do this and kind of match with other people. And I'm like, can you imagine restricted healing and then you're gonna have a team like no coordination, no you're not gonna have a healer, and then whatever healing you're getting is gonna be, you know, like you said, you can't have it be. I want hard contact, but you can't have it overwhelmingly hard.
Yeah. You have to find a good
like
middle
you
ground.
have to hit. Yeah, and you have to maybe have like selectability, like
Yeah.
hey, you know, yeah, expert mode, whatever. Like they've talked about.
Oh, you're good to go
Now
potato
my
all
big
of
thing
it.
is
Gotcha.
one of the big things is like I absolutely love the whole like the Riven one where we would do the whole
The
wishes
coil.
thing.
The coil.
The coil. I thought that was awesome when it was
Mm-hmm.
introduced, but it was long. That was the only thing where I was like, sometimes I'd get home and I'm like, shit, I'm tired, sit down, and then it's like I'd go through like halfway of a coil, and they would say, oh, it's you know you can sit down and do as little as you want or as much as you want, just like Season of the Witch. The difference is, if you leave, you fuck the people that are playing.
Yeah.
Just like Onslaught. Like I've been in somewhere like I guess people were doing like a seasonal challenge or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would get their kills and leave, and it's like what the fuck? Because the timer keeps running, the activity keeps going.
Yep.
It's not like it's like hey, we're gonna find you a person. And I'm like, you know, when they said that with the coil, it sucked so bad because I remember I would run some, and it was back when you had to get the kill of the guy that would steal the moats or whatever.
Yep.
And like, oh, boom, you didn't get to kill him in time, or he didn't spawn, and people would automatically leave.
Yep.
And
Yep.
now you're like, well, I still wanted to do the rest of the content, you know. Now, you know, obviously they said, hey, you know, we're bringing, you know, these style activities that are inspired by this content in these last 2 episodes, and I feel like they took ideas that we liked and that we gave feedback on, and said everything we liked about it, and then they were like, cool. We're not going to improve on that. We're going to improve on all the shit that you guys disliked.
Yeah. Which is absolutely the wrong way to go. Improve the things we do like.
Like Tomb of Elders, all right? Prison of Elders, absolutely awesome. The community has been asking for it
I
for
really
fucking
wish we had
ever.
gotten actual Prison of Elders back. Like, update it for the times,
Yeah,
whatever.
and
Just
so-
make it work like Prison of
Yeah.
Elders.
And that's my thing. It's like everybody's like, hey, Prison of Elders, bring us back Prison of Elders. Please, let's have Prison of Elders back. And then they tease us with it. And they're like, oh, it's more fun. It's inspired by the coil. And it's this. And we're like, hold on. Because Prison of Elders didn't take that long.
No.
But it was challenging. And it was fun, right? Because it's like, it was basically like matchmake, rotation of bosses, like a modifier. And they got so into this. Bungie has it in their head where like, they want us to spend a long time in an activity. So they're like, make it long. Add these modifiers, all this shit, and it sucks if you're trying to do the additional challenges, and then you have a teammates that are just fucking poking their boogers out and dying.
Yeah. Did
and
you
then
want
it's
to switch
affecting
characters, Peter?
your score. Yeah, let me. come
Yeah,
in.
yeah. We're both done. So. Ooh. So use cycle it as you need to. Anyway, continue. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember Prison of
Yeah,
Elders
they could've
really
given us the
didn't
original
take
one.
that long.
And yeah, they could have given us the original one, you know, remodified for the times, and it would have been fucking great.
It would have been fantastic.
And instead they're like, oh, we're gonna recraft it from the bottom up, and it was like missed the mark, and it's gonna be another activity where people are gonna be like, well, fuck, this sucks. Not only that, I hate running activities like the coil for one reason. Like I said, I thought the concept was cool.
It just takes so damn long.
What I hated about it was this one thing was too much useless fucking loot that would go to my postmaster.
This
and then if I
also
had something
true,
in there,
yeah.
it's like, what? It's fucking gone.
Yeah. Now that being said, like I do get the concept of, you know, empty out your postmaster as you need to, but also like you shouldn't get so much loot that doing a couple of runs, get something, especially it fills up your postmaster, which does happen right now sometimes, and most of it's worthless. Even if it's purples, it's still mostly worthless.
Like, you ever heard? You've seen that post from Bobby Hill, or is it Bobby Hill, where it's like, if that sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like when people tell me, empty out your vault or postmaster.
Yeah, here's the thing: is that's a concept that's always going to baffle me, is how people can fill up their vaults. My vault it's chilling right now at 253 items.
Witchcraft.
We were talking about this the other day. It's like my vault we had 253 items is what I've got in my vault. That's not including what's on my characters. That's just in my vault. I've got a few items on my characters, so I've got probably around 275, 280 items total. And yeah, I just it stays fairly empty. So I genuinely don't see how people can just fill up their vaults. I don't understand it. I keep the roll of things I want to use. Did you not
God
make
damn
it?
it.
Damn it! All right.
I didn't make it. I soiled it. But I'm excited for the activity. I'm going there with an open mindset.
Yeah.
Of, like, will it be fun? Hopefully it is.
The weapons look fantastic. The primary ammo trace rifle looks
I like
great.
what they said. What I wish. Here's the thing. It's like, I know I'm not an expert in coding. I'm not an expert in game design. I know a bit about it. So I know, like, people say, like, oh, why can't you just port the old assets into this one? Because you're using the same engine. It doesn't really work
Well,
like that. Because
it's not the same engine. It's also not the same engine.
It's the same framework, but
it is been
updated.
They updated it enough to it's basically like a half step up. So some things can be ported, but some things can't.
Well, actually, pretty much nothing can be ported.
Yeah.
Just because of the. Yeah, nothing can really be ported in Destiny anymore, because they've added a lot of different things to the assets. So they got to kind of rebuild them. The majority of it has to be rebuilt. But it's like you have the blueprint, right? Like you're no longer. It's like most of the houses in the United States now.
Yeah.
They're like so cookie cutter that they get built extremely fast now
because they're all the same.
All the same.
They're all the same.
And so it's like you have the perfect blueprint for the Dreadnought.
Yep.
All you have to do is basically
It's not a copy paste, but follow the directions. You have a recipe. Follow the recipe.
Now, if you guys wanted to, like, they wanted to do this whole, like, hey, we're updating it so, like, you can see where the bone is peeling and the armor's peeling. Yo, I think that's awesome. Adding that, visual changes, like, hey, we haven't been here in like a decade, whatever, and it's gone to shit and it's overrun, and now the echo is fucking. I think visually that would be absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. But pay attention to what they said. They asked, hey, so is it gonna be, are you gonna have your patrol zones where we were able to explore the entirety of the Dreadnought, at least to a surface level? And it's like, the patrol zones that you get to are gonna be randomized. So that means that it's not actually
they were vague. They said you can go around exploring things. There's explorable mode. What that entails, they were very vague about it. So it does lead me to believe that I'm not going to be able to just walk around and just.
No. So you're gonna go in. It's not gonna be a permanent spot to visit. It's gonna be an activity.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be like Destination Dreadnought. You're gonna join in.
Oh, I know.
Activity,
Yeah,
you can join alone.
Yeah. And there's an explorable mode, and they said there's no timer on it. So what does that mean? We don't know. They weren't very clear on it. So yeah, it's a little vague. So the first thing I'm going to be doing after we finish the story is I'm going to go in and I'm just going to see what all I can explore.
And here's my thing. Like, I'm like, dude, give me back the fucking battle tomes where I get to challenge motherfuckers.
Give me back the Court of Oryx. That would have been great for us to redo.
And here's my thing. Like, I was talking to Star about it, and he's like, what do you think, like, Destiny kind of needs to revamp? And I'm like, honestly, what I expected from episodes when they said it was going to be more story driven and there was going to be more, replayability and a little bit of endgame content. my expectation for it was gonna be, it's gonna be like Destiny 1, where when you finished the campaign, you had strikes that directly related to the story.
Yeah, nope, we didn't get that.
Where, like, okay, we're running, like, it wasn't just like we're adding a strike that's a battleground because we have the assets. Because that just feels cheap, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck? No, it's like, hey, we have this specifically formulated strike. It's its own activity that tells the story, because that's how we got our story in D1 was the strikes. You finish the main story or whatever, and then we were, in I think Mercury and exploring the base of Mercury.
Yep.
And I still remember that strike where we're finding out that all these Guardians' light have been sapped and turned into this little fucking crystals.
Right.
That wasn't a quest. That wasn't a campaign. That was literally a side mission that we got to see. And I don't remember as a Destiny 1 player, like, oh,
it expanded the story.
That's yeah. And so I think that's what I want to see from Destiny. Like, you don't have to give me 10 strikes after the campaign, because we're not going to replay the campaign.
No.
But give me a strike or two that expand the mission, especially if like this was their whole episodes. Things were like, oh, they're going to be so long. Episode 1, you have your little bullshit story with repeatable content, and then a strike that's actually us doing a mission that's added to the Vanguard playlist, where we go in there, do the strike, and we have dialogue.
It was
that's
like
meaningful.
in Lightfall they had that. There's an just died. Yeah, Lightfall they had a strike that progressed the story. I do remember that because it was part of the story.
Yeah,
we need more of those.
And that's the and those were good. The voice acting was good. The dialogue was good. Where like you felt like, hey, this strike matters.
It was a good strike.
Like the activity was done, but like I said, it's like the strike mattered. Like, we were there for a reason. Like, how many times am I gonna fucking kill Omnigul now because she's a coward?
I hate that strike, by the way.
Me too.
No, the new one, the new version of it is. I hate it so much.
Oh, dude, just like what's the other one? The one with the blights, where you used to like just kind of run through it.
This domain belongs to a dark entity.
I'm gonna be more than that because I don't remember. I haven't run most strikes in such a long time.
It's the one that you go in there and the water supply is like.
Oh yeah. Well, the Lake of Shadows. They did change that. I do like to change it to the Lake of Shadows. It's better than it used to be in terms of like actual strike, but I kind of miss just being able to do a 6 minute GM on it.
Yeah, that's what I miss about it. And again, a lot of the changes, like when they come through, it's like changes for the sake of, oh man, people are just speed running through this Grandmaster. And I hate to say it because I love Bungie's engine, because it's the reason the weapons have the feel that they do. It's part of the game engine. So that's what a lot of people don't think about.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the AI that they're using for like the enemies, it's like the stupidest enemy AI.
It needs to get updated. Here's my like going down the rabbit hole conspiracy theory. I think that they can do it. I don't think the higher ups are allowing them to really do.
You want me to tell you what I really think?
Yeah, go for it.
I think they can. I think they absolutely can. I think they're trying to go around it, because I personally think what's holding them back is old Jim.
Not just Jim. The entire upper management needs to go, in my opinion. We need fresh leadership.
Like, because the thing is, like, how are we, with like the technological changes that we have, still supporting PS4?
We shouldn't be.
You're not gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me like PS4 and the what's the other, the Xbox 360.
Well, the 360 isn't on, but Xbox One is, which is the PS4.
Xbox Series, Xbox, yeah. Sorry, the naming's always.
It's okay,
Xbox
yeah.
One or yeah. So that one's supported. Now, here's the thing that, and I tell a lot of people, it's like what a lot of people think, like, just, oh well, the CPU, the GPU, whatever. I'm like, actually, the biggest thing that I look at is that the PS4 and that Xbox have limited bandwidth capabilities on the network side, because the motherboards are not designed for high throughput like they are today. And that bottlenecks a live service real time.
We don't need to grab those.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just run to the same chest.
Okay.
Yeah, once you kill those first, we're just kind of autopilot for chatting. Once we kill the first set of abominations, the darkness goes away until you dunk all the things. So we can just go unlock all the nodes and just proceed to the chest. Anyway, continue. Yeah.
Like, you know, the because a lot of the calculations that are being made are made like network ran through. So it's the AI can't really develop to its full potential when you have all these restrictions, because guess what? You and me can get match made into a party with a PS4 player.
Which is stupid.
Our connection's gonna suffer.
Yep.
Because of their network. And then because of their network, everything else is slowed down. because their AI their CPU can't handle the complicated calculations, the rest of the game suffers.
Yep.
And I think it is, like you said, the upper leadership and the greediness of Bungie leadership going.
Because it's all about money. It's all about money right now.
How do we sell this
Right.
to as much people as we can?
Yep. And if you dock off a system, go ahead and swap characters real quick if you'll hold. And then once I load in, you can swap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Them knocking off an entire system generation means less people are able to play and buy it, which means less money. But in reality, it would... If they would take some time and do some actual goodwill things for the community as a whole, yes, there are going to be some people that are going to be hurt because they don't have new-gen systems.
It's kind of like, I don't know if you played Elder Scrolls, and just kind of referencing back to this one.
Yeah.
But what they did, I thought was really cool. And actually, even Rockstar did this with Grand Theft Auto, where what they did was, hey, if you're in the new gen, here's the updated version of this game.
Yeah.
But it's cross-play between Xbox Series X players, but you cannot play with old gen. And it was kind of like wait, what do you mean? It's the same game, yes, but this game is updated to take advantage of the current gen system.
Honestly, I didn't know they did that, but that's a good idea. They should at the very least look into something like that, because it's going to allow them to push.
We're not going to limit the system. Yeah, they were like, we're not going to limit the system for those that have upgraded. And so, what they did is, because they did that change, GTA, they made the new version for GTA 5 that's exclusive for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, and they're like, hey, here's adaptive triggers. Here's the haptic vibrations that, take advantage of the controller. Same thing for the Elder Scrolls. They're like, here's VRR, here's adaptive triggers, here's haptic feedback. And it's like, we have a Sony, this is a PlayStation game now, and you're telling me, with all the weapons that we have in Bungie, we don't have adaptive triggers? We don't have haptic feedback that allows you to feel the textures in Destiny, or like the charging of the magic that you're wielding, that all these third-party games take advantage of, because they're making their games with current gen in mind.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that would be at this point, a Destiny 3 game. Unless someone in leadership finally says, like, hey, we need to either make the own version for PS5, Xbox, and PC, or what? You got kicked.
Me? No. I swapped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got Loomis.
Yeah.
You have been kicked.
It happens. Yeah. Old gen holds it back, and again, I think it leads back to an upper management decision to maximize profits over player enjoyment, which is the problem right now.
And then with leadership, what I will say is, like, I guarantee you, because a lot of Destiny developers play Destiny, they enjoy Destiny. They want to do, like, hey, what activity would I like to do? And I think upper management or leadership probably goes like, nah, why are we going to spend money developing an extra strike when we can just use resources from let's grab this one mission from the campaign. This one's perfect for a GM. We're giving him a season with this very specific seasonal activity and seasonal dialogue. Let's make that into a strike and a GM. Like, I remember when GMs were their own set of missions.
Yeah, it's all about, at this point, at least it feels all about just
reusing the assets that they've created.
Using as little as possible to get the most profit, when they really need some goodwill. They need some goodwill. They needed to have weapons craftable in this next season. And here's the thing. I also understand that shit takes a long time. So that what we're being presented isn't something that is just... Have I already done that? I already did this on my Warlock. God damn it. I gotta switch to my Titan. The things that we're getting presented, and I know a lot of people are upset that we don't have the weapons aren't craftable. Like, why couldn't they just make them craftable? We heard the feedback. Well, the feedback that we're getting, they can't apply to the next upcoming thing. That's like next expansion type stuff. That's like 6 months down the line, because the stuff that they're working on, if it's really that different, they have to scrap it completely, which is just going to push back what's there. They know we want crafting. Because we're so far in, they would have to redo the entire thing. It's not just a plug and play type thing.
I think the condition that is right now and the desperation that Bungie has, I think they would have scrapped it and pushed it back. They would have made a delay on the release. And that's perfectly fine. Like, a lot of games have learned that they'd rather delay something than release it on complete. Mm-hmm. But for a game that's already out and live service, and it's doing as bad as it is right now,
mm-hmm.
they could not afford to delay it.
Well, and here's the thing: is it goes back to a management decision. Even if the developers are like, hey, if we delay this, let's say it'll take us 3 extra weeks. Let's push it back 3 weeks so we can get this in. Upper management's not going to say yes, because that's 3 extra weeks of profits that they're losing out on for player enjoyment. But it's profits; it's all profit driven. But at the same time, they could have just come out and said, hey, we heard you. We can't do anything about it this season, but we're looking at it in the future. But again, everything that was said on there was kind of pre-scripted. They were only allowed to say certain things, and you could see on his face, I forget his name, but he was in the yellow plaid, the one that was like, hey, we heard you about crafting. He can't say anything about it because he's only allowed to say certain things. And that's not his decision. You can see on his face that
he's
he
supposed
really
to make it look like this is really exciting,
but he's not. He's
exciting.
not, and we can all see it, and everybody can see it. And that, to me, goes back to a management decision, not a developer decision.
It's like, here's my thing: like, when people go like, I think I love adept weapons and whatever, because of the extra column perks. But obviously, grinding for a specific role, pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're chasing an adept weapon, now you're chasing 4 battle perks and then 2 or more neutral perks, right?
Yeah.
Makes it even harder. Now, I think if they said, hey, you know what? You can only earn adept weapons from running master raids, and you're limited to what you can get, whatever. Just like raids, right?
Yep.
And GMs. And they said, hey, raid weapons that are adaptable as long as you're completing master, but you're only allowed to get 1 red border a week. There's no red chest code. There's no buying it off the vendor. It's luck of the draw, like completely luck of the draw loot, but as adept by running master. And after you collect 5 of those, you can craft adept weapons with 4 perk rolls. Now, I can hear some of the people going, well, that's elitist, because if you can't run the master game, well, no.
That's how
you gotta earn.
That's how shit was in D1. That's how shit was in D1. If you wanted the top level shit, you had to run the hard mode raids.
But and the thing is, I do feel like Destiny cuddles so much to the entry level players. Like, dude, there's so much shit I want from Trials, but I suck at Trials. So guess what I do? I stay in my lane.
Potato and I
play Trials. And
Potato and I do Trials by getting a flawed card and just running matches on 7-win, 20-round win cards just to farm rep. And we're fine with that. Would I like to go to the Lighthouse? Would I like to go to the Lighthouse? Absolutely. Am I going to absolutely take advantage? Am I going to take advantage of the new system? Absolutely. Do I think it's a move in the right direction? Kind of, yeah. I think so, because right now they want people in Trials, but the rewards do not outweigh the negative of Trials. And it's not just, oh, I'm not good. It's the fact that loading in, it's such a negative experience that I can't improve in something where I literally have no shot. If I can't stay alive long enough to learn and adapt and move, that I'm not getting better, I'm just getting steamrolled, and that's not fun either.
And here's my thing. I agree with the change in the sense of this. I agree that it's a huge curve because you have teams or whatever. But but it should be like you said, like, hey, I'm at least getting loot for participating, for trying, getting my ass kicked, but I'm fucking trying, right? But hey, here's some of the loot. Here's the loot pool.
Yeah, and where it is right now, if you don't, if you only ever go in and just get steamrolled and you don't get any round wins on your card, then you're not getting any progress because the reputation gains are single digit reputation gains. So it's really hard to get loot right now.
No, I wouldn't even put it like as a win, because remember the system can tell, and they said like they've had it like where hey, unless you're just throwing matches, you're not gonna get.
Oh yeah. Like the adjustment
they
is good, I think.
They can track shots fired. They can track shots hits. So it's like, hey, you know what? This player, they fucking tried, but they suck.
Yeah.
They tried and they got steamrolled. Well, hey, guess what? They're playing.
Give me some pity loot, please.
Let's give them loot. Let's give them loot. Like here's a loot pool. But guess what? They're just not gonna get a depth.
Oh yeah.
But now I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that with the new changes, you can still make it to the lighthouse and collect the depth loot.
You have it,
even without going flawless.
Yeah, well, so yes, technically you can. It's a very small chance. Let's say because it's based off of win streaks, and not just total wins. So if you go in with a 1 win streak, you're not getting a depth loot. There is a 0 chance that you're getting a depth loot. If you have a 2 win streak, you've got like a 10% shot at getting. So if you won 2 games in a row and the other 5 were in between losses, you've got like a 10% chance at getting a single adept weapon. If you go in with a fire team, you have a fire team of 3. You have a slightly higher chance of getting an additional weapon to drop that is also adept. But they're mutually exclusive, like trackers. So they don't affect each other. The higher your win streak, the more you get, and I think that's fantastic. Additionally, if let's say you go flawless, you get 7 games in, you win 7 games in a row, there are no mercies, then you just play the rest of the weekend on that card, and you're raking in loot left and right. You get rewarded for high skill play. Yeah. You just continue to get adepts. You get points towards old cosmetics you may not have, ghosts, emblems, ships, all that shit, because they took it off of a random system and put it on a point system. That is that's also knockout based. So if you have it, you won't get it again. So they really did some good adjustments to it, and they made it rewarding for high-skill players, and they made it bearable for low-skill players to try the high-end activity. But they also put in
better and continue to play.
They also have a
a
version that's basically like Iron Banner, where you take it, which is what Potato and I do, and we're just grinding for rep to get weapons. They don't have to be adept. They don't have to be anything fancy. We want chances to get the loot so we can get rolls on the guns that we want. Which is also like, and those are your 2 options. You're either playing for flawless and trying to get to the lighthouse, or you're just in there to have fun.
And then the other thing that I miss is GMs, completing these GMs and then getting to wear pieces of the enemies that you defeated.
Yeah, strike specific loot needs to come back. Potato, you're in the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in.
You're good. I know your internet died. We're just hopping around the opening of VOW, having a good chat. So, strike specifically. I miss my dark blade helm. It would be the light blade now, but yeah, I miss having that shit. Miles Maulers. I ran that religiously. Why? Because it looked fucking cool.
And see how I told you, like every season they make a loot for that season. Right?
We need that shit to come back.
Honestly, I hardly ever see people wear. Right? I hardly actually ever see people wear like the seasonal ornament shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only time I saw like a high amount of use was the one from last season or from Final Shape where it was all shiny. Because everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's got a
Now
prismatic look to it.
Now I will toss out. I'll play devil advocate on this one. There's so much armor that I can't use everything I want to use. All of my builds, at least on Titan, all have different looks, and I'm still missing so much armor or so many looks that I would like to use, simply because I've only got a certain number of slots. But all of my builds have different looks to them because there's a lot of really good looking armor. And I think part of it is just it's so oversaturated with good stuff that really it's got to be a standout if it's going to force me to make a change. Because like I like that, but I also like this. Let's take this now. We can all agree Revenant was not the best episode. Like as far as episodic, seasonal, whatever. But the armor was pretty fire.
This was as horror. They promised horror, and this was as much horror as Twilight.
Yeah, but the armor looks cool.
They promised us vampires.
I get that.
I
get that. I'm not disagreeing.
Not what I expected.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but the armor, take that out of everything else, it still looks really fucking cool. And I'm talking specifically about the Why did you change? Oh, because you're supposed to be what? Oh yeah. Give me a second. I gotta move this over. I'm talking about the armor I'm wearing right now. This stuff, the stuff that came from the past, not the vampire hunter shit, but like the chitinous whatever armor.
Oh yeah,
that armor was fucking cool, and so it looks like I haven't been that excited about armor since season of the Haunted, and so yeah, and so the vampire hunter armor definitely is.
The point that where I was gonna try and go with it is they make a season, an armor for every season. Right, every damn season we get an armor and we get an ornament, which I think is cool. But it's like you're telling me, like when we talk about strike specifically, if they're trying to make the activity, and then typically every time they finish an activity, it turns into a strike. You couldn't add like one piece of armor.
No, they absolutely could.
To the loot pool.
They absolutely
that would be strike specific. Like, they don't design a whole armor set.
No.
Don't give me a whole, light blade armor set. But no, guess what? Titan, you get to wear the head of light blade.
I want to have it so. Yeah.
Like, you get to get one piece. Like, guess what? And it's in the loot pool, and it has not a super high drop chance. The higher difficulty you do, the higher. Just like they used to have for the loot. Hey, the higher the activity is, the higher your chance for the ritual.
100%. I'm in agreement with you on that one. Absolutely. They could.
What?
They
don't. You know how many people that are like, because weapons, all the weapons are cool and everything. We have such a power creep on weapons that it gets hard to say this weapon is worth it.
You're not wrong, because next season there's gonna be a better option.
Like this season, I don't really know the roles of the guns. I got one scout rifle on a random pool, just came in and like, 4 times a charm and headseeker or headstone. So all right,
that's the one I have.
And so
because it's good.
So apart from that, it's like I'm not gonna go to the internet and find out what perks come in what roles come in what. But that's kind of what I liked about crafting, is that I could preview the gun, see all the roles, and then just do it here in game. But I think instead of like, hey, we're adding all these weapons and whatever, it's like, hey, pick like what is the final strike of this season, right? Like we all remember what was the big GM for Witch Queen? Fucking Lightning.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? You kill this motherfucker, you have a chance at a piece of armor, just one, that will be, you can earn it. And then the big thing is like, I know Destiny has said and Bungie has said like, hey, it's because no one wears the armors and they just use the transmog effect. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
But if they did it to where like, hey, this armor set is, or this armor piece is not transmogable, you have to get it.
Yeah, that's not gonna go over well.
You have to use your ghost to get a good roll in that armor. But because it's a strike specific armor set that is so limited, it's guaranteed to be a high stat armor.
I was gonna say they would have to add an artifice or something to really make it worth it, because making it not transmoggable is gonna be a hard sell. Not that I don't disagree, but it's gonna be a hard sell to the general player base if it's gonna have to be high stat. It's gonna have to be artifice. It's gonna need some perks to make me want to go regrind it as opposed to just having a skin.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Because again, part of it's an RPG game. Like you have to have a reason to do, and I think that's the whole thing. They're kind of toning down the crafting, and it's like, hey, how do we make it to that this thing that is costing us extra resources to make one piece of is worth of a grind? And I know you remember D1 rerunning that same
Over
fucking strike
and
because
over
you
and
wanted
over.
you wanted that helmet. You wanted that fucking helmet, and that was before high stat armor.
Yep.
Right?
Hey, Vita, will you take us to
now-
Vogue? Potato, you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, will you take us to Vogue?
To go where?
Vault Glass.
Oh yes, senor.
So,
Oh, here.
yeah, I remember grinding things forever. Now, and upside is I had 3 Titans, so the grind wasn't too terrible. I didn't have to get pieces for every class. They just got it for one and just moved the shit around.
And
Well, we
so,
got a
and
problem.
again, you make it accessible.
Chance.
You have it from like, hey, it's not available in the strike. You gotta run it in in Grandmaster, or not Grandmaster, but you gotta run it in as a Nightfall. And you have a chance to get it from the lowest level, so it's open to the low skill players, all the way to the high level. But no matter what you run it in, it's gonna be guaranteed high stat, and you leave it to Bungie what stat, whatever.
And it's gonna be Artifice.
It's gonna be Artifice, right?
See-
Just because it's a low drop item, and your Ghost, the actual little item where you say, hey, give me armor. with
Discipline
this
roll
stat,
or just, it actually means something.
yeah, it will actually come out with that roll, just like when we would focus armor, right?
Yep.
And I think if they did it like that, where it's
Yeah.
not just you going into the season pass and the vendor and then clicking it until you get it. No,
You gotta go actually work for
you
it.
you have to and because typically they keep these strikes around or they keep nightfalls around. It's like, hey, here's your chance to go get it.
Yeah, this week is the light blade.
have
Let's
one
go
piece
grind
of
the
armor.
light blade for the light blade helmet.
Yeah. I would honestly, if they had it like that on a rotation, and I guarantee you, like I'm like looking for, and I think what the other thing that would be cool is if you add just like I mentioned, just one piece of strike specific armor set per nightfall. One nightfall is gonna have the legs. One nightfall is gonna have the helmet, the bond, or whatever, and it'll change per per activity. It's more of like less of like the transmog and more of the hey, I have a reason to hunt for this armor. Oh, damn it, I don't have enough things for these guys.
Oh, I'm on
I
Strand.
still have my sword. Still have my sword.
I was on. Oh, that's the wrong weapon. I need that weapon. I'm all kind of fucky wucky right now. That'll work.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to see this game die.
Oh, me either.
I've spent so many years playing this thing that I'm like, I just
Yeah.
And again, I think of things that I would like to see that I'm like, oh, that would keep me entertained. I'm kind of seeing things that like other RPG games do.
The problem.
But at the end of the day,
The problem right now is that there's basically like an identity crisis because Bungie or Destiny is unfortunately not actually an MMORPG type thing that it was originally like designed to be, because it's just at this point it's just a looter shooter. There's nothing wrong with it being a looter shooter, but it tries to be an MMO. But it's missing so many MMO features.
and it did such a better job of being an MMO. And I hate to say it, on D1
Yes.
and D2.
Now, some things that we need. We need player trading. There's going to be some limits, but player trading would be great because so let's take exotics for example. The amount of exotics that I have, it's stupid. That I get as just because I've already gotten them. God damn it. I hate not loading in on this without my kit set because I'm just struggling to get back to where I need to be. Because none of my abilities are loaded, I can't consecrate things, like I don't have any survivability. Anyway, so player trading would need to be a thing. Let me trade my friend some of these god rolls that I get. If I get an exotic to drop and someone was with me through that raid, I can trade it to them. It's tradable until I leave the activity.
You know how there's a lot of games like and again, Elder Scrolls does this thing where, like, if you get an exotic item, something like that, you actually cannot trade it once you've equipped it.
Right. Yeah. Binding equipped is the typical terminology. Is it binds once you equip it.
Yeah. For specific items.
Yeah.
I think that would work awesome.
But the problem with that in Destiny is, I can get the same item multiple times. So typically, bind on equipment, those types of items are really hard to get. They're really hard to grind for. Let's take I've not done a lot of Elder Scrolls Online since the beta, and the beta was awful, so I haven't played it. But Guild Wars 2 I do play a lot of. And so, like, you can craft in this instance, what would be the same as a legendary item there would be an exotic here. You can craft that and sell it, and then make another and sell it. But it's a very large money and time investment.
You gotta grind the materials.
You gotta grind the materials. You gotta grind vendor costs and trade costs and things, and some of the things require going through high-end activities to acquire the materials, and you
have to spec into the crafting.
Mm-hmm. So there's some things with it, versus Destiny where I can go run, Vogue endlessly if it's the raid of the week, and just get as many Vex Mythic classes as I want. And if I could just sell them because I didn't equip them, well, I can always just pull it from collections then. Like, there's some inherent flaws with the Destiny system with the whole buy not equip thing. However, if I'm allowed to trade it, they'd have to get rid of collections, first off.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing. I basically use collections as exotic weapon storage because I use so little of them, and that brings it on. The thing is, most exotic weapons have legendary versions that are just as good, if not better. Exotic weapons would need to be exotic. They would need to be actually good.
And I think that's where Bungie fucking shot themselves in the foot, is that they tried giving exotics with every single update.
There are too many in the game, and I was looking on Reddit, and one of the things is people are upset that we're not getting new exotic armor. We don't need new exotic armor. They just retuned a bunch. There's so many in the game right now, because
so many exotics that don't get used.
Yeah, there's too many of them right now. There's too many exotic weapons. There's too many exotic armor. And it's oversaturated. We need less, not more. But also, keep in mind that this year we've got the same number of, I'm going to swap real quick. We've got the same number of exotic armor pieces this year as we did in previous years. We just got most of the bulk of them with the final shape, as opposed to spread out over the year, which is what previous years have been. And people are upset that we're not getting more exotic armor pieces for episode 3. We don't need we don't need new armor. They just retuned 15 pieces of armor. Like, they're basically brand new pieces. Go use those.
Weapons stopped feeling... A lot of things stopped feeling exotic. Because there's so many in the game.
Yeah. Wither Horde is no longer a fun thing. Not that I don't like the area denial ones, but Wither Horde has just been outclassed at this point. Osteostriga is one of the few ones that feels like an exotic weapon. Necrochasm. Most of the weapons of sorrow, minus Wither Horde. Kvostov, because it has something unique that nothing else can get. And that's what the exotic weapons need, is they need something unique to them. Trinity Ghoul has a legendary counterpart in non-denouement, but depending on the activity, I would actually prefer the legendary version over the exotic for certain things. Which kind of sucks, because Trinity Ghoul, I've got like 80,000 kills on my Trinity Ghoul. And that's going to see a lot less play. Think like Sunshot. Sunshot has a legendary version in Zali's Bane. Zali's Bane is basically just a legendary Sunshot. Graviton Lance has... There are a number of things that does what Graviton Lance does. Now, I will give this Graviton Lance does it better. But if you need to run another exotic and you like Graviton, you have some options. I'm trying to think of others that basically... Thunderlord basically just... Unless Thunderlord can really take advantage of the bolt strikes or whatever, the bolt charges, basically every machine gun is now Thunderlord.
True.
So, like, there's an inherent issue with some of these things. What they need to... the exotic weapons need to be exotic for a reason. They need to do things that no other weapon can do. Oh, shit. Woo! So, and that's where the weapons of sorrow really stand out. Touch of Malice is a unique weapon. It shoots blights, and it drains your health instead of reloading. You can manually reload it, or just start draining your health. That's the more it drains your health, the more damage you do with it. Like that's a unique thing. It's a high risk, high reward type thing.
Reward to risk ratio. Yeah.
Osteo, massive. It's got so many nerfs, and it's still fucking goated. Thorn is stupid good. Necrochasm is fantastic. I'm trying to think of some others. Microcosm is a unique one. They're making Darcy pretty good. Darcy, Galahorn, things that buff other versions, Ergosum, those are all reasons to run the exotic over a legendary version. Dragon's Breath, but like think of how many exotic weapons we have that we just don't use. There's just so many. Oh, dude.
Still nothing from my two chuckle nuts.
I don't expect something from them for at least... Oh, it's already 8 o'clock. Oof. Well, we may be 5-man shit then.
Yeah, I think I have an idea. They fucked their sleep schedules.
Are you gonna call Vandalor?
Oh yeah, I can call him. Hold on.
You have his phone? Oh my god! How do you keep forgetting this potato?
I'm not used to having such power.
God damn it! It's been like 4 weeks.
Alright, I'm calling him. I'll put him on speaker.
Anyway, issues aside, I'm tentatively optimistic about the coming stuff. We'll see next week whether the tentative optimism turns into, okay, this is really good, versus, it was okay.
Yeah, the reason I'm like saying very optimistic about it, and I'm coming in there, like I don't want to say low expectations, but I want to see it like, how to put it, the previous seasons, you felt like what you were working towards, like because we knew like, hey, our end goal is we want to get into this portal,
right?
To defeat the witness. So that whole season, we knew what it was kind of leading to.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
so you're very
because...
story focused.
And story focused because if that's what they're trying to do with it, right?
Well,
and that's kind of what they said here. Like, hey, episodes are going to be... Because if that's what they promised, that's what I'm going to hold them to, right? So if they say, hey, we're making this episodes a lot longer, a lot more this, because it's supposed to answer all these questions and set everything up for, the... What was it called? Frontiers?
Yeah, what's coming after.
Yeah. So if they're saying that, right? And they said, hey, this is our excuse to make it so much longer. It's not a content drought because it's going to... Our whole goal with these episodes is to be able to give you a very, very good story that's going to connect the ending of the final shape to this new... to these frontiers thing. And that's fine, except the only answer that answered is echoes came from within the witness.
Yeah. See, I get all of my story... I really don't pay attention. I have such a hard time, paying attention to story beats while they're happening. I get all of my story info from Vife, so the story plays very little influence for me. If the activities are good, if the gameplay feels great, that's my big consideration. From what it looks like, it has the promise of being pretty solid. And for me, that's a big plus. The story, I don't give two shits about, unless they just really bungle something.
With that said, if I were to gauge it on activity level, I'm like, I am not happy with what they've been doing. And I think we had the conversation about Prison of Elders. Mm-hmm. Like, you could have had that added as a mode, And guess what? Now, because of this story, what we've completed here in this season, hey, guess what? We've unlocked this node of activity. Because what's his fucking cricket sound guy?
Ferrex?
Hold
Ferrex.
on. Whoa. Cricket sound guy?
Yeah, insect noises. You know, that guy.
Dude, what the? I'm so confused by that. Go ahead. You talking because he clicks his tongue?
He makes all these sounds at every mid-sentence.
He clicks his tongue. He clicks his tongue. He does that.
It literally, in the subtitles, and I know you're blind, but it literally says insect noises.
Oh, I don't have subtitles on.
Insect like chattering.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. I've never seen that. Yeah, I don't have subtitles on. So, yeah, okay, that makes sense now. That dog, you had me so confused. Fucking cricket noise guy? What the fuck? Anyway, go ahead. So, yeah, they could have done a lot more with it. I agree with you on that.
So now, okay, so like if you're starting a season, okay, boom, hey, we're giving you guys a season of
Potato, are you going to rotate?
And we're...
Oh, no, because I'm not going to rotate because I have an Atheon check on one of my other characters because I want to get my full team, eventually get Atheon kill so I can get the goddamn screenshot, so I want to keep that.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure my hunter has it, but I don't want to mess it up.
That is quite fair.
Yeah, to me, if like they're adding, hey, this is the activity that we're adding with Revenant, and it was an activity that was in D1, and the reason that you guys lost that activity, because remember, they took away Prison of Elders from us with story.
Yeah.
They took it away because Marasov went missing, and then Prince Aldrin plunged the reef into chaos, and then we lost
the prison.
Cade, and
yeah.
it was prison, right? So they took away the prison by storytelling. So this is where Bungie could have been like, hey, this is the activities that we're introducing. This is a little bit of a time point. But guess what? We're giving you guys back Prison of Elders because Varix is back, and we're in friendly terms with him, and he can run this bitch again. Or he fixed the servitor.
You know what? I've got a along the same lines. Give us surprises again. Let us figure out after we finish the story, whatever. We do the Kel's vengeance, whatever. We finish that, and then like, oh hey, by the way, you've now unlocked as a community. You've unlocked the OG Prison of Elders. That's just now there playable for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Give us surprises.
The season meant something meaningful came out of it, and now you have a good activity.
But you know what they would have to do? You know what they would have to do with that though? Is they'd have to leave shit in past the expiration date.
And that's their thing, is that they just continue to cut shit out, and they leave us with battle. What is it?
Battlegrounds.
Battleground strikes that I fucking hate, because I'm like, this wasn't really designed as a strike. This was designed as a seasonal run through.
Yeah, I don't mind them. I enjoyed them while they were there, so I don't mind them as a strike option. But I could definitely see why people are like, I'd rather not, because some of them really can't suck ass. But no, a goodwill move that they need to make is they need to, and there is a rumor that this is in the pipeline, they need to bring everything back. All the seasons, all the content, Red War, Destiny 1, everything's got to come back.
They used to do it, and that's the big crazy thing. Like, no matter if you hated the Osiris expansion, which was absolute fucking shit.
I still want to do it though, because I wasn't playing it. I took a break at that point.
It was a cheap $20 DLC that you got, and guess what? Now you had this activity. You had this location with this little fun activity.
Give me my 2 blues and a token. Give me my 2 blues and a token. God damn it.
Yeah, but it was an activity that you had there, and Destination, and then we had the Warmind one, right, where we got introduced to Anna Bray. And we got to visit Mars, and yeah, the story wasn't great, but we had that Mars location and that public event activity that was fun as shit. And the thing that they did is escalation, and then they brought it back for a season, and then took it back away. And then guess what? We have a hybrid version of that as a strike, which is actually a battleground.
Yeah, a goodwill move that they need to make is they need to unvault everything. Update, and give us everything back. Give us D1 back. Give us all of that shit updated with D2 shit, and let people go experience the story as it was intended to be experienced by